Okay. You notice that a couple of nearby archers, the ones that have stopped moving, they actually put up their hands when they notice. They get really, really touchy about you putting their lance near their druid's throat. And it looks like you might be able to force a cessation to the hostilities.
No. We are offering a cessation to the hostilities.
Right.
Lemio. Of course, it needs to get to their action, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, Lemmy moves another 60 feet. Alright, stop moving and you won't be hurt anymore. And also throw down your weapons. throw down your weapons and surrender, or I'll make it hurt. Or I'll really make it hurt.
Give me a charisma check.
Yeah. Like diplomacy?
No, diplomacy takes a
that
minute
was
of talking.
that was an intimidate, if anything.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Stop moving around really hurts you. What do you mean there's not diplomacy?
Oh, 6.
Okay,
Oh,
so basically what's happening is you're too far away. You're trying to speak to them, but your voice just isn't carrying over the sounds of their screams and moans and pain.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not spending a mythic point on anything for this. Yeah. All right,
Lokrik basically is going to push the point. He double moves with his axe drawn, and he's just got it in his hands. I would listen to the knight, and you may be spared. I think at this point in time, you've defeated them. They are, please, stop it. One guy falls over to the spell as they're trying to get away from it. One guy actually hops over the edge and falls down 20 feet to the ground.
Oh, one guy's dead? Oh, that was Azzy, yeah.
This guy took 2d6s. He jumped off the building for 5 damage. He's still awake, but... Who are you, knight? Friend of dwarf, he says in Vostlandic to you.
And so I am. What cause have you to be in these lands, waylaying travelers?
These are our lands. They've been our lands for hundreds of years. It's the dwarves who are invaders. So says the spirits.
There's the subtle sound of explosions in the background as Uker is bombing their pit into oblivion.
Okay. Do your bombs do more than 10 fire damage?
In per bomb?
No. Yeah. At once.
They can. It's 4d6 plus 3.
Oh, okay. So you need to break 10 in order to harm the little guy.
I will throw 2, and then I will reassess what I'm doing.
Okay.
So 18 damage.
Alright, that kills it.
I will throw an extra one just to make fucking sure.
Okay, so now you have this burning trash fire. As slowly everyone's wandering over, and please, the ground is attacking us! It's attacking us! They're throwing down their bows.
Moving.
They're throwing down their bows.
Moving. Stop moving already. Lemmy will dispel it. Actually, he'll look at the guys like, yeah. As soon as he gets the nods from everyone.
Throw down your bows and your swords.
Okay, so Lemmy will dispel it as soon as that's done. And he'll collect them. Get over here. All of you come down.
The old man's brave. He's actually got his hands up and he's sort of sitting on his knees, and he's sort of positioned himself so that the lance tip is right against his chest.
Good. He usually aims for the nuts.
Now, you are all our prisoners until such time that we release you.
You're taking us alive?
Yes.
Yeah, so no problem. So the last 20 minutes or so, as the party was making their way down the stone road, Azildin and Lemio were scouting ahead. They avoided some of the Esclav barbarian patrols that were on the Stone Road. These are patrols that are part of this barbarian or a druid army. They came across a stone house. Inside the stone house, these druids were apparently trying to grow shambling mounds, perhaps as war machines. And the party basically camped nearby, waited till early morning, and attacked the stone house, killed the shambolic mounds, set fire to the trash heap where they were growing. Spikes stoned the building, so everyone inside the building is having, like, whenever they walked, was taking damage as spikes were shooting up from the stone floor into their feet, and basically had forced to surrender. And now they're chatting with the lead druid, who's basically Galleth's prisoner, I guess. So yeah, there's the recap. I did not think that dwarves took prisoners. Are you to set us to some stone mine to fulfill the dwarvish greed?
No. You will take us to the rest of your kind, and you will explain to them that they need to leave these lands.
We were called here by the tribes. The Great Mother was slain in her dotage.
There has been a mistake. Lockrick of the Dwarves did not do this.
Lockrick?
Your anger is misplaced.
Lockrick's the one that did this.
No, he's not.
So says our shamans. So says our chieftains. So says the Witch of Ravens.
That's not necessarily true.
It is not possible. He
has been
was
with
with us this entire time.
Okay, there's a look of disgust on the man's face.
Uker is basically taking away shields and swords and axes. Any blade longer than like 6 inches.
These archers
Marty,
all
is
start...
anybody seriously wounded, like dying? Like these guys are dying.
Buddy boy.
I'm gonna stabilize them.
Okay. So they're two guys that you save. These guys come down and basically sit in the grass, basically looking for some sort of like relief from the pain of the
of what was
the
done.
spike stone. Yeah,
he looks
exactly.
at.
I will burst channel positive energy.
Oh, they.
Your wounds are healed by the power of Nuwata's Silver Hand. Exarch of Tyr.
They recognize the word Tyr, and one man actually starts crying.
Well, that's not what he meant.
Yggdrasil usually heals you and makes you smile, not cry. You should really try that one.
No, he thinks he's gonna die.
Yeah, Tyr's a war god. He's not a very nice one.
Once we got all the weapons sort of in a pile.
Yep.
Don't know what to do with them. So.
But here's the thing. You said the spirits were the ones that told you to come here? It's because you're shamans? You said your shamans are the ones that said this?
We are shamans, yes. We are of the Tarmek Esclav.
Well, how do you determine if someone's telling the truth or lying? Because if you do whatever you do to do your tricks, he is telling the truth. He was not there. It's not possible. Somebody else set you up to come here.
In many of the
Wasn't the
tribes,
dwarves.
the shamans speak truth because they speak to spirits. In many of the tribes, the shamans are the chieftains. Their word is law.
I understand that.
So what do you do in tribe? If you are defeated,
That depends on the tribe.
Alright.
what about? Well, you are shaman. Does that make you chieftain? What do you do with your men?
We will give you a sacrifice to the spirit of the lake. It is tradition in these parts to give unto her her due. For those who do not, woe to them.
Hold on a second. You've met the lady at the lake? You seen her?
No more than he has met his god Nuada. He says it like it's a word that's like hard for him to pronounce.
So you're not following her, are you?
1d2 motorbikes.
No, these are augmented and
These are augmented. Okay, 1d3. 2.
Augmented, agile, savage motorbikes.
Savage.
Yeah, savage. Lemmy's trying to figure out if these guys want the lady in the mountains gone.
Give me a sense motive.
Motive of sensing. Okay. D20 plus it. Oops, need a 1 there. 11, because I'm awesome.
They're all very fearful at this point in time.
Uker is going to start speaking Icunian.
Okay, so only the people holding the language stones can understand Uker.
Unless these people speak Icunian, and then I want them.
And they're like, how did you get here?
We have disarmed them. They don't seem to know too much, although maybe something about leadership. We should probably just let them go. It is a good sign for their people, I think.
Also, well, there's a little bit more that we want to know. Is there a specific tribe that went and killed all the dwarven farmers? Like non-combatants?
He looks disgusted. Yes.
They're the ones that collected beards.
Are there any beards to see on them?
There is one chieftain that has placed 1 pound of silver per dwarven beard.
Right.
What is this chieftain's name?
Give me a second. It's on his lips. He almost spits it. Marty has to look it up because
Chieftain Shitstain.
Chieftain Pincushion.
Bogomir the Belligerent.
Pretty much same thing.
What's his favorite weapon?
Bogomir is a slayer of men. He fights with the great Voslan the Great Axe, and he has the iron belt of power. He is unstoppable. None of my men, not even the strongest, could stand against him.
What does that belt of power do?
Power.
Did any of your men try to take Beard?
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
Sense motive.
I'm gonna roll a d3. 1 is there's a guy amongst them that took a beard. 3 is they haven't taken any beards. 2 is
They're sold.
there is one amongst us that was lucky enough to find a dwarf.
The sensing of the motive to figure out who's the lucky.
Esclav Warrior 5, you notice that everyone's sort of peering around to him. Take the silver, I do not need it.
1 second.
The thing is, you've changed. Well,
It's the guy in red.
Yeah.
I put a red halo on him.
You've hurt.
He's wearing his brown pants.
Barbarian in red. Yes.
You've desecrated the dad. It's not silver. It's not silver that you're paying. You're going to be paying with.
Then you will take a sacrifice from us then.
I'll leave this to Lockrick. It's your role.
Yes. We'll take the sacrifice.
Lemmy will whisper to Locrick.
Mm-hmm.
This is not my place. It's only my. It's not my place to give you advice. You are the king. Just from what I've seen for different cultures, violence will beget violence. What they did is wrong. I have no problem with what you're deciding, but for future, just showing them that you are not who they think you are, that you're someone different. The dwarves are people that are different. Then this might be the first step to endless war. He gives him a little bow as respect in front of them, and he walks back.
If we give you this justice, and give you the man that you can very well take, you will let us go. We have no more weapons. We will return home.
I'll nod. It's my position. Uker's nodding. Maybe his call.
Yeah, he's looking at Galeth when
Yeah.
the druid who's saying that.
I have no right to pass judgment over this man. But there are others here who do. I leave it to them.
You must take your great elk with you. I hear them hiding behind the house. I assume they're your 3 pets.
The elk spirit is with them. The elk spirit is with us.
You should take them, or else we might need sausage.
Knowledge, religion, money?
Take Gravik. And you notice his men are seizing this one man. No, take the silver instead.
Knowledge, religion, Marty?
Yeah, go ahead.
The great elk spirit?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, give me
guys
knowledge
hear me?
religion. Yeah.
Oh, damn it, sorry. I was on mute. The knowledge nature, knowledge religion on the great spirit, the great elk spirit.
Give me a roll.
You roll. There you go. 14.
It sounds like the Esclav. Well, you already know that they have druids amongst them. They may be more shamanic in their tradition. They may not have traditional gods, more so they worship divine spirits in nature.
Like the golden tree or the whatever.
Yeah.
Something weird like that. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
In better terms, Lemio, a whole tribe or like peoples that are druidic in nature might actually be friendly to deal with, or like you might be interested in dealing with.
Yeah.
They are tying up this guy to a nearby rock.
Lemmy's gonna detect magic.
All right, there is the presence of magic in the crowd. I'm assuming is where you're detecting magic.
Yeah.
Some of the druids have some things. And you also notice that there's a pair of magical boots that are hung up on a little post just inside their little lair.
So what were you planning to do with these creatures you were raising?
We were
And are there any?
the mud shaman commanded us because he knew that we are capable of building. We are capable of growing plant creatures. These plant creatures are strong, and they can be herded.
The mud shaman, does he agree with the removing of beards?
Matija, the mud shaman, is a A dreadful man.
I see.
He is most concerned with sacrifice.
Where can we find this one, man?
You follow the stone road, you will find more of our people. You will find the Dvergholme. You will find his death contraption.
His name is Bogomir? Alright. Well, I'm asking you this.
Matija Mudshaman is very close with Bogomir.
Bogomir, the beard collector. Let me ask you this. Would you like to spare some of your men that are ahead of us? If the answer is yes, I propose you come along and talk to them. Because we are lucky that not many of your men fell in this battle.
If I go back there, they will call me a coward for not fighting you. My people will be punished.
Lemmy nods. He understands. Alright. Then he looks at Galeth, looks at Lokrik. Alright, well... Do you know if there's any others that are growing these dreadful things?
Every tribe, every clan has their secrets. Some greater than others, but I do not know of any others that have ability to grow shambling mounds.
Nods. Any others that should be noted of that are very threatening or powerful?
Matija, he is able to summon mud elementals.
Mud elementals. Knowledge planes?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, sorry, I'm just trying to get a bit of information out of this guy.
That's
if you
fine.
wanna keep going.
No.
14.
It sounds like it's an outsider. Like like you think that a mud elemental would be just like another kind of elemental.
Okay,
You know that you can't summon them, so
yeah. That's interesting. Okay.
and then Perun, she dominates the sky. Beautiful and terrible.
How does she take down her prey?
He almost seems reluctant to talk about Perun.
Are they still really injured?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, actually, no. The channeling, they're defeated.
Yeah, he'll.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There's probably a point where these three men will want to stop conversing with you.
Yeah, true.
Perun has mastery of the sky and storm.
So she does to this building. She could do to this building what I did.
Yes.
It's alright. Alright. Okay.
He seems really disappointed that he feels probably like he looks like he's betraying her trust, or like you're forcing him
Listen.
to talk dirt about
Listen,
somebody he admires.
I'm finding the information you're telling me right now will help us not kill them. We don't want bloodshed. Neither does Lokrik or his people. King Lokrik or his people. The more we know, the more peacefully, the less damage that we can cause them during the conversation. We hope to have very few fatalities. And we have to fix this problem. Do you understand?
You may find your death in Dvergholme, little spirit.
Death comes to us all. You gotta make sure your life was worth living.
The witch's
Right.
curse is there. Something
The
it
witch's
stalks the halls of dwarves.
The witch's curse, you say?
Mm.
The one in the lake.
He thinks for a moment. I do not know. But Heka, the Witch of Ravens, is the one that has told all of us that soon every dwarf in Dvergholme will be dead. And this
Right.
land will be ours again.
Did she give anything more? Like, then soon? 1 moon, 2 moon?
No. We are to kill any dwarf that leaves, for fear of the evil that is in Dvergholme spread.
That evil is not just for the dwarves. Sorry, but your witch is gonna let that evil take you out as well. But why would you believe me, right? We're only keeping you alive and not killing you. Just remember, these battles
Okay.
don't need to go on forever.
Uker flicks
Diplomacy?
Lemmy in the ear.
Dip, dip,
That fucking hurts.
yeah.
One non-lethal.
Some,
Come on, it's
some large,
fucking Uker with 30 strength or whatever. Flicking
Some-
his ear.
some of the large tiger make it agile. I find it good. Diplomacy with him and the men.
You've been kind of half threatening them, half
That
diplomacy,
was
so
you've been threatened. You've been like that was a threat. That's why you're getting flicked.
they've already given up.
Okay,
So
cool. I'm gonna go step to the back.
they've tied that guy to a rock, and then Lokrik does approach with his axe. I, heir to the throne, grandson of the king without shadow.
Does it look like any of these guys speak Dwarvish? Just take a look across and see if anyone seems to understand the words.
Maybe some of the old druids do.
Okay.
No.
Grandson of the king without shadow. I'm called upon by tradition and honor, and by the pact with the Vostlandic kings, to uphold the law in the region around Dvergholme. It is out of duty that I take your life. For reaving, for rampaging, for the death of dwarves in this lawful realm. And with a mighty swing of his dwarvish war axe, he beheads the man on the rock.
Why can't we be friends?
You can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
Leave, is what he says. A dwarf remembers faces. He's looking at all of them. Galeth, are you letting the old druid go?
Yep. Don't let me catch you in these lands again.
Good luck with your hunt. Night.
Your servant of Tyr is with me. I need not luck.
Alright, they begin grabbing their horses. Whoops, they don't all die.
Ah,
Oh my goodness, what happened?
Circle of death. You can all go to your homes in the afterlife.
Well, hello with you!
While they did take with them the minor, like the really, really minor magical trinkets, they did leave behind this pair of boots hanging on the wall.
See, this is
That
how
would-
combat is supposed to be. We kill a couple of them, take the rest of them hostage, take their things, and then send them on their way.
It's more historical than
Yeah.
Wow,
Wholesale slaughter.
there was no winning at a certain point when the ground that you're walking on is killing you. Oh yeah, they do take their elks.
Yep.
All right, so somebody want to put in the background a pair of magic boots.
Sure.
Oberon could identify them in 30 seconds. So let's see if he rolls a 17. He adds lots for int, and then he's 2 more for. They're a pair of boots of striding and springing.
Neato.
Nice. Put these on, Lokrik, until we can find something better.
Okay.
He moves to 20, everybody else moves to 30.
Move faster, you little bastard.
I mean, Galith would be the other one, but then he'd have to actually put more boot to ground.
I don't like doing that. The ground is dirty, more suitable for peasants.
All right. I
Say that in character, we'll see how big of a chunk of ground we can chuck at you.
I'll deflect it.
It'll be like the Batman versus Superman kryptonite grenades.
Deflect it.
I believe basically the base spell in the boot is Longstrider, so it's a 10-foot enhancement bonus to speed. All right.
Yep.
I still think he should have just put the kryptonite in the guns. That would have worked better.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess he was just sort of taking it because that always looks cool.
Are you going to continue down the road?
Yeah.
All right.
The method we were using the previous day seemed to be pretty tits awesome.
Yeah. So
I'll brew another potion before we go. Though.
It gets much busier. You sidestepped 2 patrols and go around a camp that has 100 people in it. Before finally you can see from afar the edge of Dvergholme. And I'm going to go to Dvergholme gate map. Or I hid it from you guys. Give me a second. Map, player visible. Tool, enforce people to player's map. Center people on view. However, I'm going to zoom way out.
Hetman 80 is like doing some cool concept art stuff.
Yeah. I gotta grab your miniatures. Give me a second. I'll plop you down.
Neat.
And I'm gonna put you way the hell over here. Okay. You see that there is a very large encampment up ahead. To the right of you, there is a massive lake. I'm actually going to add a fog. I'm going to add a fog of war and then sort of unfog things. My bad. There's a massive lake in the mountains. It's actually quite beautiful. The Dwarven Road actually kind of fans out into a very wide natural cleft along the mountainside, and then you can see it snaking all the way up to a stone-walled city. You expected less. You expected more stonework, as a lot of the buildings in the city are actually made out of wood. There's a very large stone bridge that leads to the city itself, but there seems to be a lot of activity just to where the lake meets the old stone road. What are you guys doing?
That's a few people.
Mm-hmm.
Locrick's actually
Perhaps
walking because he can keep up with you guys.
Yep.
Perhaps now is a good time for your airwalk spell and some invisibility.
Indeed.
Can we see what we're looking at up here?
Yeah, you can actually see that there's a lot of cheering, as some sort of big metal thing is catching the glint of the light of the day, and then goes crashing down, and there's some cheering.
What are they doing over there?
Does anybody recognize the big metal thing? We have a bunch of cultures here. Does any of the cultures recognize the big metal thing?
Give me a knowledge engineering.
Oberon, save us!
It's automatron. Yes, that's what it is.
My. It appears to be some sort of slaying device. What do you mean?
Uh,
It's a giant blade that comes down and Well, cuts off body parts. Guys on horses, guys on elks. There's a lot of soldiers. There's archers. You can see these weird little like people that seem to be made out of mud. They're actually like throwing mud at each other, kind of in the beach. Like they're kind of having this this really silly looking mud fight. Right next to this horrible device where they seem to be cranking up this blade again.
Well, give me the invisibility and the fly, and I will try to save prisoner. Fly them away. Assuming they have prisoner, I mean, what else would they be chopping?
Lokrik will give you an invisibility. I think he knows the spell. Give me a second. I will double check, because he is a bard, and bards have spells. Yes, he can cast invisibility on you. I'll give you a blue aura representing the invisibility. Bing.
All right.
It's like if it wasn't for the excitement of what's going on in that camp, they might actually see you standing there on the road. You kind of came around a corner, and you can sort of see what's going on down below.
Okay. Oberon, fly.
Of course. Okay. Of course.
Thank you.
He actually reaches out his hand like you're invisible, so he's not like
Okay,
groping around for you.
I'll gently touch the thing.
And he will cast one of his Arcana spells to give you fly. You feel butterflies in your stomach as you are lifting off the ground.
I'm now running towards the thing. Or flying, running.
I've had my mute on, apparently. So while this is happening, Lemmy turns into a tiny bird of an appropriate bird of the region.
Sure.
And he's going to stealth his way. Actually, no. He's gonna fly a lot faster than me. I'm gonna stealth my way to that area.
Oh, 1d3 garbage trucks. Fuck. Only one this time. I like this game much better than...
Do you want me to roll or give you my passive?
No, I've got your passive here.
What's my passive, Marty?
Can you describe how high in the air you're going?
Okay. Sure. Before I do that, I'm just gonna tell you that my passive is 36 as a tiny bird.
Okay. You're also flying in the air.
True, but I wanted to actually come along the edge of the water because there's water and
okay.
birds.
So you're kind of
going
hopping along the edge of the water,
Yep.
kind of like flying like a beach bird. Okay.
Yep.
So you're flying ahead, and Uker's flying ahead. What are you guys doing in the rear while Uker is flying ahead in invisibility and Lemio is a bird?
What's the weather like?
Windy, overcast, perfect for lightning spells.
Looks like call lightning.
Rear guard, John, Mark.
I'm trying to decide if we're gonna. This is a fighting situation.
I don't know.
Situation. The guy collecting beards is there.
See, but I don't know that because I can't see him with my
Yeah, we don't know
human
that.
eyes.
And so far the
okay.
plan is to
Save the hostages and fly the fuck off.
and fly
Yep.
away. So at this point, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just glanced at the chat and I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I'm seeing kryptonite, laser swords. Weird.
Yeah. Dropping hammers. And by the hammer, we mean a mountain called the Hammer. It's
Okay.
just the future weapon.
So you do see that there are lightly
Very high-tech.
armored cavalrymen a load of warriors. They're sitting around eating, drinking. There's some druids amongst them. You do see a bunch of red-headed warriors that are hauling a dwarf up to this contraption.
Okay. What does the dwarf... How do they have the dwarf? Like, what, I need more description.
The dwarf is in his armor, but he doesn't have any weapons. It looks like the dwarf is wearing hastily removed, or piecemeal is missing from his breastplate. He's got his hands tied behind his back, and now his head is being put into a thing, like a hole.
I would like to get there before
Okay,
they finish doing the thing.
So you're like beelining towards this area.
Yep.
Lemio, give me a perception check, and then a perception check.
Okay. Okay, plus 18. Perception is 35.
Okay. So you see a man come out of a small tent, located here, and he's got a dwarf skull in his hands. He doesn't have it above his head like the miniature has it. He just has it kind of at his side. And following him are all these little mud elementals. They all seem to stop their mud fight and kind of crowd around him.
This is water, right?
Yeah, this is water, yeah.
So where's the tent? Is it right on the edge?
Yeah, it's right on the edge. I'll draw the tent.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it.
He actually had the tent slightly into the water, which was weird. Just a one-man tent.
Okay.
35. Also, you see 3 very familiar birds that are camped out in a little nest, a little perch, actually a large perch, overlooking the encampment. You see them?
Okay. Yeah, I see him. Okay.
And then the last thing that you see, what's a beautiful bird?
Bald eagle.
Peacock.
Vulture.
Assy.
Bald eagle. Go the bald eagle.
Yeah, okay, Vegeta with kryptonite boxing gloves is pretty good. Although for going to the DB universe, Trunks had some stuff. He's used to fighting with weapons.
Okay. You notice that there is there's also a blue jay.
Yay, Toronto!
Where?
I'll build a token for it.
Oh, okay. I saw a blue jay this morning. Way over. I almost hit it with a car.
It's
close.
actually an indigo bunting bird. I thought it was a blue jay.
Indigo bunting bird. Indigo bunting bird. No, that's not a blue jay. I don't think so. Blue
Call it
jay.
a blue bird.
Yeah, the blue jay's got the mohawk thing, the peaky thing on the top of its head.
And we'll call it a diminutive bird.
So the 35 gives that to me, huh?
Yep, it's just sitting over on this little perch, and it's just
Not
watching
hiding.
things.
Okay.
She's a little bitty booty boo.
And then 35, you also see high up in the skies circling around are
Yeah.
2 large air elementals. They're about 300 feet in the sky.
That's a problem. But I'm not focused on that. I'm going to fix the problem over here with the dwarves.
Okay, so I'll
Trip
start.
Magic.
I'll start the fight ASAP.
Okay, so
Let's get ready to rumble!
Uka goes flying in, and you can see that all the red-bearded guys have, like, dwarf beards dangling off of their belts. This one guy,
All right.
This one guy has a tent that has at least a dozen dwarf beards that are drying outside of the tent. That one's mine, he says in Volslandic, and there's a bunch of chuckling. I need to make a good winter cloak for one of my wives, and there's more chuckling.
Are we literally running a Gingers Have No Souls adventure, right? Just like right in front of us. That's what we do. All right, kill the Gingers.
Marty.
Yes.
Sure.
It's 400. I'm trying to see if.
But this one's beard's all scraggly. A pound of silver, then. And there's more laughing. As you go flying in, they're fitting the guy into the thing.
I want to push that blade into the next time zone. Just kick it.
Like you're gonna rip it out of the top.
I'm just going to strengthen. I'm just going to.
Okay, so Uker flies up invisibly up to the top of the blade, and you're just going to yank.
I'm just going to yank it off.
Give me a strength check. Lemio, what are you doing while he's given the guillotine called the Beard Shaver a tug?
I'm gonna cast something called, this is a standard action, something called Tracking Mark on the Blue Jay. You gain supernatural ability to detect tracks and other clues left on the target. You treat the DC of all survival checks to blah 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 blah, 5 lower. So basically a +5 perception against this thing.
Okay, it is a long spell, and it requires a will save.
Yep.
37 is the strength check.
Okay. I'm like, wait, what? Damn it.
37?
Yep.
DC of mine is what?
So you're casting a spell.
I doubt that it's harder to break than a 3-foot thick stone wall, but that wasn't a great roll on my behalf, I understand.
Fucking amazingly enough, what's the DC?
15.
The bird critically failed.
Does it know?
And you automatically recognize that it is using a disguise.
Does it know?
It's using a polymorph disguise.
But my question, does the creature know that I have this now on it? Tracking mark.
You don't know.
Okay.
Opponent's somatic and divine focus, so you didn't make any noise casting the spell.
And the focus is just part of your junk that you fiddled with.
Bing! So there's this popping sound, and you notice the blade of the guillotine has risen up into the air, and a bunch of the soldiers go, "Oh!" Are you holding on to it, or are you throwing it?
We're going to. We'll hold on to it. I think. I'll drop it, but I don't want to hit anybody with it.
Okay. Bang, ding. What the spirits? You notice they're all.
Watch out for the spirit.
They're all backing away, and there's definitely you guys in the back. You do notice that there's some agitation in the camp as there's horses whinnying and people moving around with a kind of a frenetic activity. Blades being drawn. The executioner dude comes over and he's looking at the freaking blade. He kicks some dirt at the stupid mud elemental that seemed to have been like shooting mud at some of the dwarven prisoners.
Yes.
He was spitting up mud and just sort of shooting at the one of the dwarven prisoners. The guy in the fancy clothes is really, really dirty.
I'm actually surprised Uker hasn't decided, well, screw, I can save all of the prisoners if I just fly away with the guillotine.
They're not on the guillotine, they're beside the guillotine.
Yeah,
if they got on the guillotine, I'd fly away with them.
They've got their hands tied behind their backs with ropes.
Yeah, but they will not get things chopped off. If
And
the
this
chopping
guy's
thing
head is in
gone.
the little thing, like in the little holder, but the
Yeah.
blade is like snapped off. It broke, says the genius executioner.
If your job is executioner, we all know you're a genius. That's the.
You're not there to think. You're there for your moral flexibility.
All right, they're scrambling around. Their blades are drawn. They seem to be a little bit scared. What are you doing now, Lemio and Uker?
Like I can just start killing people right now.
We kind of have the right ones. Uker's going to take this time to drink a couple of potions.
Okay. You drink a couple of potions.
What is the meaning of this?
All right.
What happened to the device?
It's broke. The blade, it fell off. No, it flew off.
I mean, flew
Okay.
off.
Marty, let me starting to summon. This is a. Let the gamers begin.
so you guys are attacking the camp. Is that what I'm
Yes.
saying? Okay.
We're attacking. I'm attacking.
Well, I
Here we
was
go.
hoping they'd be on a long chain that I could just grab and fly away with.
Yep.
But if I interact with them, I'll become visible. If I grab them.
Okay, so I'm gonna add some people. The mud shaman is a thing to be reckoned with.
Sorry, guys.
It's alright.
So is
We all wanted to, so blame it on me.
They don't quite know we're there, and they know something's up. Maybe they're morons.
Boromir,
There might be a
the
chance.
belligerent,
Oh, that guy's. I just want to. Oh, that guy.
and then his men will go at the same pip. So will the druids echo at the mud shaman. So plus druids
Actually,
plus elementals.
it is. Sorry, can I just do my stone?
How
My,
fast is Ten Cinder right now?
He moves at. He moves at 50 or at 60 if I'm running.
And you run it times 5?
Times 5.
So you are 3 rounds from engaging. If
Yep.
I don't come your way.
Actually, I'm gonna make the mud shaman go at a different pip than the druids, and
You guys hurry up. Everyone grab Transcender and let it just ride.
Transcender.
Transcender.
Transcend.
it's more than meets the eye.
Well,
Da-da-da-da.
you know Transcender's a gelding, so he's halfway there.
So many jokes I'm not gonna make.
Oh my god.
Then we've got the blue bird of doom, whom we will call Perun of Diamond Skies.
Yeah, I'll deal with her.
You're all going in a nameless grave.
And then
No! Names!
I'm gonna add the
Big mountain on top.
the rotting giant ravens that almost killed Lemio the last time you came across them.
Yeah, I'll deal with those guys.
Yes, Pepin, let me once your initiative. Go! Ziggy, you do mine. Go, go, go.
Guys, do my initiative.
Yeah, I've
Unless
got-
you're too deep into the whiskey, that's also a possibility. I
1v1.
understand the problem.
1d1 plus -1. Oh, damn it.
Oh, you're going quick.
Woohoo!
go ahead and add your
but-
initiatives, guys, because I'm dealing with like 10,000
So, Marty,
things.
I'm
I
actually
refuse
going.
to help.
$15. So basically, you're ending the siege. Is that what I'm?
Well,
Yep.
We'll break the.
he's
back of
kind
the
of a
siege.
dick. He's just kind of a dick.
You are in my way. Stand aside.
Yep. Why would you? Why are you such a pain?
Surrender.
Surrender.
This is a billboard. Haha, surrender. What does that mean?
Small D, Ziggy. Small D.
Where is Lemmy?
Oh, thank you, Ziggy. I needed that one. Perfect.
Why do I not see Lemmy?
Just.
All right, you rolled a 1. Uka?
I rolled a 1.
Azildan, what'd you get?
You got a 7. I already put it up there.
Okay, Oberon, it's a 16. Galeth got a 15.
That's fine. Initiative's fine to go. I'll just get started the next
roll.
round.
Did somebody else roll for me? Is that what happened?
No.
Nope, you roll.
Somebody else roll for me. I'll
Okay.
trust you,
Lemio, what'd you
audience
get?
people.
17.
All right, looks like everyone's in there.
Thank you, Pepin.
We're just rolling for Galeth. Somebody
Yeah,
needs
I'm
to
gonna
roll
let
for Galeth.
somebody.
Yeah.
It looks like an 11. I rolled the next one there, so
Okay.
I rolled for you. So,
You freaking...
hey,
Double
above
one.
average.
Double 1.
No,
Pepin got
I
it,
like
14. There we go.
Pepin's. I like
Yeah,
Pepin's decision.
We asked,
Oh,
we asked
yeah.
the audience to do it, so
Nice.
we'll
But I'm watching.
shut up. There's so much love
Hold thy
at this table.
tongue.
Okay, so there is a surprise round because they don't quite know that death cometh in strange forms. Rotting giant ravens are just picking at their gnats. Oberon doesn't know that there's going to be hostile spells cast.
In T-minus
How does he
3.
not know? He's been with us for a while.
Well, there's no way to communicate
Sorry,
between your two
lads.
groups at this point, so that might be a higher level spell that he might take called telepathic bond, because that's like awesome.
I know what you're thinking. I know what you're smelling.
Yep. Perun of Diamond Skies is observing the strange bird.
Does she see the strange bird?
Maybe.
Stealth of... I didn't roll. I have a passive one, so...
You also cast an attack spell.
She's just
I haven't cast yet.
She's just hanging out.
You marked her.
Yeah, well, I marked... That's the thing. I don't know if she knows or not.
The cavalry doesn't know anything's coming. Lemio.
Okay.
You
let's
were
get this-
casting
let's get
summon,
this-
right? Now what's
All right, sure.
What's
yeah,
weird
all
about
right.
this is that normally surprise round you can't do a summon, but you started kind of before this, so I'll let your summons go off as part of your surprise. What are you summoning?
We will go... We'll go with the large tiger.
A liger, Marty. A liger.
Yeah, this is my fourth circle going off.
Okay, so the Tiger of Doom.
Yeah, I'm actually using up one of my. So okay, I used 1, 2. I've got 3 mythic points left.
So this
Just
is a
as a
summoned
heads up.
Savage Tiger or a summoned Agile Tiger?
I think I'll go with. I was gonna go with agile. Actually, you know what? Yeah, agile. Agile. Go with agile.
So basically, at the end of the turn, you get an additional Agile
Eagles
Tiger
again. Yeah.
go. Okay. And where's it appearing?
Let's see. No, that guy moved, which is not what I was expecting. But that's what I was planning to summon anyways. Actually, I can summon it right there. He's gonna appear right here. Oops, sorry.
I put the token down so you can.
Yeah, he's gonna appear right there. I think that's the range of my thing.
Yeah, I'll open the quick deck. Just preempt.
Yeah, he's going to charge the Mud Shaman.
Yes.
Actually, he's going to it's not charge, it's
This is
called
technically
pounce.
it's technically the surprise round. I don't know if you can pounce in the surprise round.
That's part of a summon. The summon gets a
appears-
full round. The part of the reason why I think the summoning spell is not something you can do as standard. Well, actually, a summoner can.
Right.
It's
So
full
it
round
is a
of
full
actions.
round. Fine. There's so many enemies on the board, but yep.
Let the good times
But
roll.
yeah, that's yeah. Who are you attacking? Uker?
The
dwarf
mud
warrior?
shame.
Uker, no, what? I have to clean my own